right, hey guys, what is going on? Let me put on my headphones. Yeah, let's get this thing on. All right, so Bluetooth connected, battery full. We're ready. Let's do this embroidery talk. All right. Um, yeah, this year main focus, lots of lives. In the shop, out the shop, and then just I'll change the thumbnail after this video, but for now, we're just talking about embroidery. Focus on embroidery, what it is to do and make embroidery a thing for you. So embroidery machines. I didn't say large embroidery machine on purpose because I want to talk about both. So I'll start with the large embroidery machine. If you notice, I've been posting videos on basically going to Amazon, seeing what's available, and trying to throw it out there for you guys and gals. Main reason is because when it comes to embroidery machines, you have many choices, right? I'll go for the least expensive to the most expensive, and then I'll go to one needle from most expensive to least expensive to most expensive. Okay, so let's say you're thinking about getting an embroidery machine, right? If you decide that, hey, I don't have enough money, I need to get an embroidery machine, I just posted this company called Buy Embroidery Machine, right? B, boy, or Bravo, A, Alpha, I, Indigo, right? Or Indiana. So if you're thinking about getting those type of embroidery machine that's just straight from the factory, aka China, Buy Embroidery Machine, yes, it is straight from the factory, it is China, but the option they have is, because they sell you direct, a lot of the embroidery machine actually come from right here in America, right? It's shipped to America, just like every single embroidery machine you would get shipped to America, right? And I'm saying that on purpose because majority of people think like these machines are made here in the US. If these parts was made here in the US, if these machines were made here in the US, you are looking at a starting cost of at least 30K plus. And that would be for the lower tier machines, you know? Because everything we have here is a little bit more expensive than what you have elsewhere around the world. So let's say you decided you want to do, well, you know what, for the sake of conversation, I'm going to keep this about Buy Embroidery Machine. So those Buy Embroidery Machines, since I just threw a video on there about it, is a machine that, in my opinion, is pretty good. I have not personally used it, but the fact that when you go on their Facebook, a lot of the people have high ratings on them. And one of the things you want to see, no matter what type of machine you have, is do they have customer service available for issues? They do. They mark it on Facebook in case you have issues. You can contact them. They have their own Facebook account. If you go to what's called Amazon, I don't know why that took so long to bring up. Amazon they have a Sellers Connect over there. You can talk to the people. The other thing they have is they have a couple of warehouses around the U.S. that you can actually talk to the staff, and if you're near them, who knows, maybe you might even be able to bring your machine in for them to check out and see what's wrong, you know. And let's say you had a warranty still going on and everything was good, they might even swap it out. I'm not saying that's what they do, but these are some things you might get when you try to buy embroidery machine. You know, let's just keep this for buy embroidery machine for now. So yeah, they have top of the line machines, in my opinion, because you're not getting it from a second seller. You're getting it directly from them. There's no, you know, they're gonna call the seller to get information and then relay that information. No, no, no. The buy embroidery machine is directly buy embroidery machine. It's them directly. They answer your questions. You have problems, they'll send you parts. They'll show you how to put it together, and they do video conference calls. So it's a good choice. Now, if you're asking me, I have a Ricoma EM1010. If I had a choice between that one and my Ricoma EM1010, not because of the name, but because of the price of a buy embroidery machine, because they have the 12 needle, I think I would have gone with their 12 needle instead of going with my 10 needle. The price for the 12 needle is significantly a couple $1,000s more, and you're looking at, after taxes and everything, well, if you order it on Amazon, I know right now it's 4,000 something, right? That's the one I would have gotten. You know, it would have been paid right out, and I would have been all set. Why would I have gone with that one? Because they have the customer service, they have the warehouse in case you have issues, and they do virtual calls. You know, the one I have currently, they do all that too, which is why I went with them. It was good research. But the issue I have is, and this is why I was showing you guys all these videos about different companies that do and have embroidery machines, because I'm going to start talking about my Ricoma embroidery machine, but I don't want you to feel like you stuck and, oh, since he's talking about this machine, that's the only one I should get. Do your research, find out what works for you as far as your price range, as far as what you can finance, as far as what you think will fit in your shop, and then you make the right decision. Right? The channel, I wanted to focus more on making sure you have the ability to get resources that will help you, but not destroy your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Who do I have here? Super brother. Okay, cool. What's going on? You look cool. You know what it is, man. I appreciate it. Ma'am or man, I don't know. Angel Chavez, I think that's the name. Cool. Yeah, so back to the embroidery machine. Yeah, so I decide hold on one second. Let me get me some water. Yeah, because I have my particular embroidery machine, I didn't want you to decide, hey, this is the one I should get, because obviously this guy who's showing me this machine has it, and if I have issues, I can go to him, right? Just like you, I'm a beginner in my machine, and I'm giving you different options that's available, options I didn't have. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I just drank some water, so that really helped out. Yeah, so obviously being able to have options makes it a lot easier for you to decide, because what I did was what I'm doing for this month about posting all these different embroidery machines. At first, I was just going to use my machine and just do embroidery. But then I realized, you know what? If I'm using my machine, I'm consistently using it. that's going to give off the appearance of, hey, this is the one I want you to get. I don't want you to get any machine that doesn't fit you or your shop situation. I'd rather you have options available, and from options, and I'm even giving you the specs. You can go through the video, look at it, see what's going on, and then go into the actual company's website or back to, or you could follow my link, hit on the link. The link will directly straight to that machine. It is an affiliate link, so I thank you for supporting. Anything you purchase, I don't get a cut of what you purchase, but give me a percentage of your effort of coming over there. So you don't pay anything extra. With that said, like I said, I wanted you to have something that would help you out. And after I'm done talking about multi-head embroidery machines too, then the next step will be to give you I gotta put this. Yeah, the next step will be giving you options of being able to decide which is best for you, right? So my bad, let me pause and think before I say anything. Yeah, so the goal will be basically giving you multi-needle embroidery machines, multi-head embroidery machine options, and then I'm gonna throw single head, single needle embroidery machines. I need to do all this before this month is over. That way you have the options available, and also you know where to go to be able to get the best option available. Because, well, one of the best options available, because at the end of the day, you having options, you knowing the difference between having the different needles is good for both you and I, because I have multi-needle embroidery machine, single head, and I also have the single head embroidery machine, single needle. And the whole goal will be to utilize them and show you that whichever one you have, you can make it work. Obviously, if you have the multi-needle, you ain't got no worries, because you do what you want with that. You good to go. But yeah, so in the long run, just being able to have option is definitely helpful. Yeah, it's definitely helpful for both you and I. Oh, sorry about that. A little tired. Yeah, multi-needle embroidery machines is helpful for both you and I. And at the end of the day, just being able to have the ability to just do different things and not have to worry about swapping needle is great. But at the same time, you shouldn't limit yourself with the single needle embroidery machines, single head, because if you have your thread that's all polyester or polyblend, you can sublimate those threads to make a multicolor. In that case, you would have what you probably already have as a crafter: an embroidery machine, a sublimation printer, and once you have all those, you put them together, and then you get yourself a multicolor image on thread. So don't think all because you have the ability to only purchase one needle, you're limited. One head multi-needle, you're limited. Just a two-head multi-needle, you're limited, right? But if you do have the option to purchase a three-head embroidery machine, more power to you, you know? So, yeah, I think I said and more. What else is to come? We've talked about things that certain videos I'm about to post, what I'm going to be talking about soon, and what's happening this month. Actually, next month, I'm going to be doing some embroidery too, but the main focus of next month is sublimation. And after next month is going to be screen printing. And there's a reason why I chose screen printing to be around April and not March, because April is when it starts to get warm. And you know, the shop I have, although it is warm enough, you know, I don't want to be mixing up ink because they're a little bit chilly. They're a little bit cold and hard. You know, I want it to be a little bit warmer so the ink can be like a little softer and I can just mix it easy. You know what I'm saying? Plus, that's usually when I get work coming in anyway. So I want to start getting that screen printing machine ready and start talking about software and stuff like that I have available. But yeah, either way, these are things that's coming up as far as more. We are planning on pushing our reach, and video about advertising should be coming pretty soon. As far as like posting different locations and to just get eyes on your business, because even if you're selling even if you're selling gold pencils with real gold for like $2, no one will buy unless they know your store exists, right? If they don't know you exist and you got real gold pencils being sold for the low, then you're just gonna be stuck with a bunch of items only you know exists. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point of marketing. So we'll be talking about that pretty soon, how to expand your reach out there to platform and have, and but yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you guys about. The fact that I'm throwing all these embroidery videos out there about to get embroidery machines. At first, like I said, I was just gonna use my embroidery machine. And I was like, you know what? It's a lot better if I show people where to get different ones, so they're not just stuck with the one I have. Because there's a lot of people that complain about the one I have, but at the end of the day, when I start using it, and I have been using it, all I'm going to be talking about is the fact that a lot of these things happen because of user error. When you don't know how to properly use your machine, what ends up happening is you end up getting errors, and those errors cause you issues and headaches, and then you have to contact the company. And you can imagine it. Let's say you did embroidery on a shirt for somebody, right? And you had to ship that shirt over to 3 states over. The person calls you and says there's an issue with that shirt. By the time they contact you, right, they've already had the issue, they've already looked at it, they've already thought about what to do. That's at least a good hour worth of figuring out what to do and what the issue is. By the time they contact you, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's an hour and a half later. Now you have to figure out what's going on, talk to the customer, figure out, are you going to send a new item in, or are you going to just focus on finding out what the issue is? Maybe it's small and it's something that can be taken care of easy for them to send you back the product and you'll fix it, right? So that's if you did an embroidery job. Now you have to think the same thing about your embroidery machine. You can't just have a problem. You have to diagnose it. That's at least an hour. If you have a project you have to get done by the next, let's say in like 3 days. By the time you diagnose the issue, let's say if you're a actual store, it's almost time to close. You got to go. Next day you come in, you gotta diagnose the issue. You're taking about 2-3 hours to figure it out, and by the time you call the customer service, they get back to you. It's still gonna take some time for you to figure out. So it's best if you learn your machine and learn to understand your machine, learn tutorials, instead of thinking like the world is over. Oh my God, they sell me a lemon. You know, if you're buying any machine that's going to do work for you to make you money, know that you might have issues and it's going to take time for those issues to be resolved, you know? So I'm going to talk a lot about those things. People who buy, and because of customer errors, they now badmouth like the company that of the machines they have. Meanwhile, it's not so much the machine, it's just them. They didn't do their due diligence to learn the machine themselves. Even if you think like, yo, you sold me the machine, you're supposed to let me show me how to use the machine. If you sell somebody a shirt that's embroidered, are you going to show them how to use the shirt, how to put it on, what detergent to use for it, what days are good to put it on, if it's cold, if it's raining, what weather to put it on, and all that? No, you're not going to do all those extra details, and the company who sells you the machine is not going to do all those extra details. It's up to you to learn your machine. It's up to you to decide, hey, is this working for me or not? And then if there's an issue, you call, you know? So like and subscribe. This is Levi Apparel. Like I said, we're going to be talking a lot about embroidery. We're getting ready, while right now it's like a slow season for everybody. I'm just learning, get my craft together, throwing out videos as much as I can before I start really going hard on advertising and try to focus on making sure the channel grows and the business is getting consistent work coming in. All right, like, subscribe. This is Levi Apparel. I'm out.